I have a good friend of mine that's from Canada, and we went to the NTID to college together, and he is from Canada, and when I signed the word Canada, or Americans sign the word Canada, they exaggerate the sign, and my friend asked me, said, do I exaggerate the sign when I sign American? And I was like, you know what, you're right, and so I was able to learn from that experience, but my friend is really nice, and we were talking about, my friend was telling me how America is a horrible place to live, and I would say, well, Canada's a horrible place to live, at least we're free, and we just kind of went back and forth about each other's countries, just kind of digging each other, and, my friend signed some funny things, he signs the sign for deaf at his nose and his mouth and his eyes if he can't see something or smell something or taste something right, and I know there's been times when I said, hey, smell this, and he was like, oh, I can't, I have a deaf nose, I can't smell this, but anyways, he's really good friends, and we decided one time to go to Canada, and we went to this place in Toronto that was like a skyscraper. It was really high, and we went there, and it's really pretty. You could see baseball fields and everything from there, and we traveled around Toronto, and at night, the weather was so cold, and it was really windy, and the traffic, the traffic there was just so many different arrogant people, and the way that they were acted was just horrible. You think you would meet some people, they would be nice, and we went down and you could see prostitutes, and just the way that they were, like the women in some of the areas there, was just a dirty place. And I know that some areas in Canada is not my preference, but we went up to the skyscraper. We went all the way up to the top. It was really high and so pretty, and we were looking around at all of the blue sky and the different cities, and oh my gosh, it was so windy. I felt like the wind was about to knock me down. It was so windy, and I was staying close to the back, and I went to look down. I thought, oh, it was really scary. We were so high because at the edge, it was not, there didn't, you could walk all the way to the edge and look straight down. It didn't feel like there was a lot of safety there. It was real thin, though, the wall holding it off, but it was so high. And then when I came back down, and we went around Canada and met lots of different people, and we stayed there. We were out like all night, just going everywhere and looking at everything. And we finished in Canada, and we were just out all night again the next night, and then we went back home, and we were so tired, and we had to drive forever, and finally we got to our destination, and we're so tired. And I know that when we got there, the car broke down, and I thought, gosh, if we would have stayed in Canada and broke down, it would have been horrible. We would have been so cold, and I'm so glad that we're back here when the car broke down. Thank my goodness, we were so lucky. And we took the car to a mechanic and had them check out the engine and everything, and we didn't know what was wrong. It wasn't the windshield wipers or anything, and so I thought, gosh, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just something, just didn't know what it was, but we really enjoyed our time. I would like to go back there often to visit. It was really nice.